Hello and welcome again to Chris's Caribbean Delights. What do I have here? This is a gigantic zucchini. Now, a subscriber gave this to me and asked me, see, what are you going to do with it? I said, I'll find something to do with it. So today, I'm going to make a few zucchini breads. Zucchini breads. We can get quite a few zucchini breads out of this, but we'll make some other dishes, some other zucchini dishes with it also. So for a zucchini bread, let's get to grating. And grating our zucchini, we will need at least 4 cups of zucchini, grated zucchini. Okay, so let's move to our, I'm going to use my food processor, the grating mode in there, and to do this quickly. And before I continue, cheers, I have to do a shout out, a congratulations to a friend and subscriber, Nikisha October, who just had a lovely, wonderful baby boy, 8 pounds, and her husband, Anthony October. So Anthony and Nikisha, congratulations on your new arrival. So in order for me to use the food processor to do the zucchini, to shred my zucchini, I have to cut it a certain way because it's not going to fit in there. You have to cut it to a size that will fit in the feeding tube of the food processor. So let's go ahead and cut this guy up to a size so that it would be able to easily fed to the food processor for shredding. So first of all, let's take the head off. And we'll cut it maybe like in 4 or 5 or 6 inch pieces, 5 or 6 inch lengths. Then we go the other way, spread it down the middle. So this is what we're looking for. This type of, just like this length, but shredded. It's going to come out. It can go into the feeder for the shredding. So we need 4 cups. I'm going to average this and see what will give us 4 cups. Maybe half of this zucchini will give us 4 cups. We take the seeds out. We don't need the seeds in the zucchini bread. So we'll now go ahead and measure. We'll measure off our 4 cups from here. Turns out I have a lot more than four cups. I'm going to use about 5 cups in the bread. Just give it a nice, just let you know. Well, I like to see that zucchini in there. So, and the others, what's left over, you can make omelets, or you can make zucchini fritters. So there are other things that we can do with this zucchini. So let's continue making our zucchini bread. So let's move over to the other ingredients and I'll show you what they are. So first things before we start putting everything together, let's prepare our pans. I have my pans here lined with some parchment paper. I'll just give it a nice good spray and set them down. It's a nice good spray here with some non-stick spray. Although you line the pans, you still want to spray the paper so that it wouldn't definitely not stick. Now these are all our ingredients, and also one of the first things you do is to preheat your oven. I have this range, Samsung range, and I can preheat it from my phone. So it says here ready, bake 350, and I just hit start. And start cooking now, yes. And it's gonna start preheating. You heard the oven there. So it's now at 175, it's gonna go to 350, and then it's gonna be ready. So let's start mixing our ingredients. Right, for our wet ingredients, we have here some oil. You'll just put the oil in first. It's a cup and a half of oil, vegetable oil. I have 6 eggs. I'm going to whisk this. I'm going to whisk this for a minute or so. I'll be back. To this, I'm going to add the pineapple, because this is a zucchini pineapple bread, and I have here 2 cups of pineapple. Pineapple is crushed pineapple. Crushed pineapple. And just mix that in here. And I'm also going to put some applesauce. That helps with the moisture. Cup and a half of applesauce. I'm going to list all the ingredients in the description box below, so you wouldn't miss anything. And here I have some raisins, which I'm reconstituting. But I'm not going to put them in here. I just want to whisk this here, get it all incorporated, and we'll set this aside. Now for the dry ingredients, we have here 4 cups of all-purpose flour. And then I have here a teaspoon, 1.5 teaspoons of mace. If you can't get mace, just stick with the basic cinnamon and the clove. I have clove here, a teaspoon of clove and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. But I had mace on hand, so I just decided to enhance it with the mace. If you like nutmeg, this is the time you'll add some nutmeg into that. I have 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And we'll just give this a stir, just give it a mix, that everything gets incorporated here. Our raisins, we're going to add our raisins to the zucchini. And half a cup of peanuts. I have roasted peanuts. Just remember that anytime you're using nuts in a baked goods, in anything that you're baking, always toast your nuts. What did I say? Toast your nuts. If you're using walnuts or pecans or whatever, any nut that you're going to put into a baked goods, you should toast it. Okay? So now that our spices and salt and everything is all mixed up in our dry ingredients, we set that aside. Go back to the wet, because we're going to add our sugar in here, because we want our sugar melted. We want our sugar melted. So you want to get it in here early so that it can start the melting process, right? I'm using a white vanilla because this is a pineapple zucchini cake, and the dark vanilla kind of changes the color sometimes, the dark vanilla. So a hefty 2 tablespoons of white vanilla. If you don't have white vanilla, you can still go ahead and use the dark vanilla, no problem. So this is our wet goods, or wet ingredients. So sorry. Now we need to combine the wet and the dry. And we add the dry ingredients into the wet, or you can do, vice versa, the wet into the dry. I add the dry ingredients a little bit at a time and just whisk it around. I'm using a whisk because I don't want to overbeat or kill the dough, because we're not making bread, we're making a zucchini. It says bread, zucchini bread, but actually, in actual fact, it's a cake kind of. It doesn't really set up to the bread consistency, but it's usually like a more of a between a bread and a cake consistency. But so you don't want to over mix and let that gluten, once that gluten gets developed there, then we got a problem. It shrinks when it's dry. When it's cool, it just shrinks down. So I'm going to get this all incorporated, and then we'll add our zucchini mixture. But before I go, the leavening agents. I have 2 teaspoons of baking soda, which I'll add in here. My oven is already preheated, and I have 2 teaspoons of baking soda and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So this is going to all get incorporated into the batter, and I'll be back. Well, as you may have noticed, I had to change my my method here, because the amount of bread I'm making, the amount of zucchini bread I'm making, really couldn't fit into that bowl, because I would not have been able to put the zucchini in there, the 4 cups of zucchini, 5 cups of zucchini. So I had to come to my mixer, but you have to be very gentle. You're not going to, just whip it, to death, but to create that that gluten. You don't want that gluten created, so it will shrink in the end. So we just go ahead and mix this lightly and incorporate everything. All the flour is in there, and all the other mixtures are in there. So we'll just go ahead and we'll start on 1, and just let that go for a minute or so and get everything incorporated, and then we'll add our zucchini mixture. Now that everything seems to be mixed in properly, you just stop it, scrape the sides down, stop it, scrape down the sides, see if there's any raw flour hanging out anywhere. Oh, this is great. So at this point, we just add our zucchini mixture. This would be the zucchini, the peanuts, and the raisins. Zucchini, peanuts, and raisins. Let them all go in here. There we go. Just get all that zucchini in there. I forgot too, I'm making a double batch. I'm not making a single batch here. I'm making 4 zucchini breads instead of 2. Maybe about 30 seconds. Once everything gets coated and incorporated, we just pour it into the pans and bake it. Here you have our pans, and let's pour our cake or zucchini bread into the pan. So we just get this in the oven. Oven is preheated, 350. And they'll bake for 1 hour. 1 hour at 350. So here's my extra zucchini. I will make some zucchini fritters, and if there's any left over from that, just make some zucchini omelets. Zucchini omelets in the morning. So I'll keep you updated. So these are my final products. My pineapple zucchini bread. It comes out clean when you just put a toothpick in there. It comes out very clean. And that means it's all done. They're all done. It takes about 55 minutes. 55 minutes for it to be done and to get this lovely color. We're going to let it cool for about 10 minutes. And then we're going to put it on the rack. And then we're going to cut it inside to see what the inside looks like. So we'll be back. Okay guys, let's cut into this fella and see what it looks like on the inside. The zucchini pineapple bread, or the zucchini pineapple bread. Oh, it's moist. Oh, so moist. Mmm. Oh yeah. So here we go guys, let's cut a second slice here just to reinforce the texture. Ooh, wow. You can see the zucchini. You can see that zucchini in there, right? Yeah, I love to see the zucchini pieces, the little pieces of green. And then there's the currants. And then there's the pineapple, pieces of pineapple. And the zucchini, oh, it's fantastic, and it's moist. It's so moist. I'm gonna have a taste, probably with some tea, and I'll be back. Now, like, share, and subscribe. And if you like this recipe, just go ahead and do it. And it's simple. It might look like a lot of ingredients, but what you can do is just cut the ingredients in half, because I did a double batch here because I had such a large zucchini, and I wanted to give give at least 2 loaves to my subscriber that gave me the zucchini. So so if you guys would try it, just cut the ingredients in half and you'll be fine. It's gonna come out just as nice and moist and delicious. So let's go to the taste test. Okay guys, this is how I decide to have mine. I got pieces of cheese on there, and I'm just ready to bite into it. Sorry about that. Okay, pineapple zucchini bread. It's more like a pineapple zucchini cake. It's so moist. The apple juice helped with the moisture. The pineapple also did help with the moisture, and the vegetable oil. You don't have to use as much vegetable oil if you're going to use the pineapple and the applesauce. So you can always cut down on the vegetable oil. But this is to die for. Once again, guys, another successful video, another successful recipe. And I must thank you for watching. Thanks for your subscriptions, and thank you for your thumbs up. I love you guys. And just stay safe and just have a delicious life. How about that? Before I leave, I must give a nice congratulations again to my subscriber and friend, Nakisha Madison October, who just had a baby boy. And she just got a baby boy today, 8 pounds, and they're doing fine. And his name is Aiden October. So once again, congratulations, and congratulations to your husband, Anthony October, and enjoy that little bundle of joy. And I'll see you in the next clip.